What is going on, everybody? It is Chris Crawler here, and welcome back to episode number three, three up of the Everyday Athlete Podcast. And today, I am joined by how do I put this? A former podcast attendee did not make cut because of some technical issues, but we're here and we're prospering. We have the absolutely awesome Kenna Tansey.
Woo!
Yeah,
When the fireworks go off.
that was something. That was good. Kenna, what's going on, man?
Not much. I mean,
Same, same old.
same old,
So I
same
mean,
old.
what we did the episode that will never come out, what, like 2 or 3 months ago?
Yeah.
I know. It was good. It was pretty good, but a lot of stuff happens for a reason, right?
Yep.
And you can say that about a lot of things in life, but
Yep.
at the same time, it kind of plays into what we're going to talk about right now to kind of kick this thing off. But we are allowed to talk about your recruitment right now.
Woo!
And Kenna has recently committed where?
To Southern Connecticut.
Yes. Congratulations, first of all. I mean, it
Yes.
happened a little bit ago, but again, congratulations. Like, such an awesome thing. When we first did this, we really couldn't talk about it because it was kind of
Yeah,
like,
we were like on the lines of it.
yeah,
That's what
you
it
like
was.
it was like what, like days or like a couple weeks from you like committing.
Yeah, I think like literally a week or two after I committed, right after it.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
And, like, it was so wild, like the timing of it all there.
It
But like,
was.
yeah, yeah, like it was like literally right there. Like it sucked we couldn't talk about it, but I think that was the reason. So, Ken is a current player on the Connecticut Impact 18U team. Obviously, like we just stayed Southern Connecticut softball commit. Um, Goes to Guilford High School, plays on softball team there, and is just one of the best humans ever. Like, and I have no issue saying that to anyone. Like softball stuff, like yeah, she's awesome on the field, all that stuff, but man, just really good kid. And you are like you're an awesome kid. Like, all right, let's relax.
Thank you.
Do you want to talk a little bit about your recruiting process and kind of how it all kind of got started and where you're at right now?
So should I start from like
Very beginning.
very beginning? Okay.
Do it.
Okay. So kind of like a gist, I've always been always going out. I still am like that. So I started with baseball with my two brothers,
Mm.
and then as I got older, my parents were like, "Okay, you have to play softball now." So I was like, "Okay." And then so I was like 6 when I started.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I knew it was coming. I saw it in I saw it on your freaking face, man.
Come
So
on,
yes,
so
around 6 years old, like maybe like 8 to 9 years old, we'll say. Yes, 8 to 9.
No, no, because that's actually true though. 6 or 7 years old I was, but um, then yeah, I think I started like my first ever travel team. I think I was 12 or 11. No,
Mm.
maybe 10. But
What was it was it more like a town thing or was it just kind of
yeah, I
okay?
started out kind
Yeah.
of like on town teams because I honestly had not one clue anything about like college softball or anything like that. Like I
Mm.
no, I was the definition of like that's what I want to be when I grow up is playing softball. Like it's
Obviously earlier in life you said like starting up softball, like played baseball to start. When did what like at kind of what point did you really decide like softball was gonna be like your thing?
probably when I was 8
Mm.
and like specifically catching. That's how I knew I wanted to do catching, especially is
Hell yeah.
yeah, actually, it was when I did baseball. So then no one wanted to catch. They were like, someone want to catch. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then that's when I started doing it more. And then as I got, I think, to 12, when I was 12, and the competition wasn't as like up to my like
Yeah.
standard, that's when I was like, yeah, I want to keep doing this and keep doing this. And yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
At what point or what age? Because I know you've been on 2 or 3, including impact organizations. When did you first join I don't want to say a real travel team because even a town team is still a real travel team, but
Yeah.
like at what age did you start to kind of get on a team where it was like, okay, like it's again like we're traveling a little more, we're getting a little bit serious.
Probably when I was 13, 14, that's when I joined the Bombers in Rhode Island
Hmm.
because that's when I was just leaving a town team and I was like, I want more competition.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm best friends with a lot of people there now. I still am.
Yeah.
So definitely met a lot of good people through that. But yeah, the competition was much more like intense. And it's kind of like, I have to say, in Rhode Island, they're very like, I don't know, just like they're definitely more aggressive than
Mm,
a lot of Connecticut teams. I feel like
yeah.
it's kind of the
Absolutely.
standard. So that definitely got me to be like locked in more.
And
But
do you
then,
think, and sorry to cut you up, but like I'm thinking of you as a player right now. Like, do you think that played like a big part in like who you are now?
oh yes, there is so much like character development you like get when you do like that team. I have to say, like as much as I kind of like ended bad with them, like I still am chill with the other coach. Like we kind of had our differences and whatnot, but it definitely made me understand not only like the game, but like people, just knowing how to handle things and the way to take it and not. Because I used to kind of be very like I let people go ahead of me. I am not very pushy when I was there, but then I started noticing people walking over me. So then
Mm,
it kind of gave me like a little push, being like, okay, if they're doing it, I should be able to do it too. And that's how it kind of like made me just, I don't know. Sometimes you got to be a little
yeah,
selfish when it comes to that.
dude. Like, especially in sports,
Yeah.
like even like I think of softball. Like I was saying this to my 14s the other day. Either 14s or high school because I don't even know one or the other. But like about softball and baseball just being the most individualized team sport there
Hmm.
is, and it's just so true. Like you hear like kind of what you're saying. Like you feel like people are kind of pushing over you a little bit, kind of just like walking all over you. Like all right, like let me take consideration of my career and control of my career, and that kind of leads us into your decision to join Impact.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about that a little bit and just kind of what your thoughts were initially joining Impact, what your experience was like, and kind of how we've gotten here today a little bit.
So actually, I was a former Impact player, Sophia Mead, who I played high school with. I remember I was stuck, and that's when I wanted to leave Bombers, and I was
Mhm.
like, I don't know where I want to go. And this is my like last 2 years playing softball, so I'm like, I got to make a good decision. I got to know what travel team I want. And I remember Sophia telling me about Impact, so I came, and definitely intense practice. And I think I had tryouts like that same week, and I had it 3 days in a row, and then I had Impact, so I was so tired. So
Mm,
I just did not give my best performance. So that kind of like messed me up a little bit with placement. But then I kind of just, I don't know, I kind of just stayed there because I loved how aggressive it was, but it was also just, I don't know, I just like had a good feeling about it. Like, in that gut
yeah.
feeling. Because at first I was like on the verge of doing another team, but then I was like, I don't know, something tells me like this is it. So I stayed with Impact, and then I was terrified of everyone there, if I'm being so honest.
Really?
I was terrified of because there were so many older girls there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And
That's definitely fair. I mean, how old were you? You were 15, 16 at the time?
yeah, I think I was 15. I
Yeah.
think I just turned 15
Yeah.
actually.
It's such an intimidating thing. Like,
I was so
very much.
scared because it was just a bunch of seniors and everyone's making all these plays. I remember I'll never forget this is Adam like ripping balls at us in mini infield
Shout
for
out Coach Adam.
shout
Shout
out
out.
Coach Adam. What a guy. And it was so scary because I never had that type of coach. I mean, I've had people like rip balls at me, but like it was so close and we were like and but at first I actually didn't think I was gonna make the team. I don't know why.
Really?
I just was like, well, because it was such a bad performance by me personally. I was just like, there's no way I
Mm.
made it. But yeah, I mean, I kind of didn't really talk to anyone until like, yeah, no, I wasn't close with everyone as much. It was pretty quiet.
Like I can't imagine you quiet. Like that's the
I
thing.
know. It
Like
was,
I even think about so many like the younger kids I coach, like they end up doing my team, whatever. I'm like, oh, this kid's kind of quiet, whatever. Then like 3 months in, they just don't
yeah,
stop talking. Like they just never shut up. And
that's how
like
I
you
am.
said, like massive character development, whether it was another program, whether it's during Impact, like all that stuff. And just thinking about character development at the same time, like you've had a lot of experiences in your life that has almost force you in a sense to develop not only on the softball field but also off the softball field. And obviously one thing in particular, we know we were talking about here, but if you'd like to share that a little bit, and I think we could end up talking about recruiting process a little bit off this because I feel like it ties in two and two here. But
Mhm.
if you want to get into it a little bit and just explain some of your experiences that you've had so far.
Um. Okay. So I mean, well, outside of like softball. Okay. So actually this was the day before Thanksgiving of last year,
Hmm.
and my mom had a stroke basically. So she had basically a brain aneurysm. So a lot of internal bleeding basically in her brain. It's kind of like the gist of it. Um, so actually, my mom still is not fully there yet. Like, she's very like her speech is messed up. She still can't pick up like so. Basically, half her right side it was unable to move.
Hmm.
Um, and I remember just oh my gosh, it was so bad. It was just so bad. Um, but basically, like she's just starting to come out of it. So it's been about probably a year? Yeah, a year and a
Yeah.
half now. Um, but she was basically in the hospital for a year. So she went transferring to Gaylord to New Haven. It was all different. So 3/4 of the time I was doing softball, and then I just visit my mom right after. So I would visit her every day, except for say if I had a game or something. Um, I mean, yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy 25.
Absolutely. Like for someone as young as you are to kind of go through that in this sense, like it's definitely an experience, like 100%. And I don't know if you've felt this during or have had even some time to reflect, not necessarily after, but mom's doing a little, she's getting there little by little, like you're seeing the
Yeah.
progress. To yourself, have you really thought about if or how, in what way softball was almost an escape for you during that time?
Yes. So a lot of the time, like 3/4, I actually didn't really get to see my dad a lot just
Mm.
because he was always dealing
Yeah.
with work, um, just my mom's appointments, all that type of stuff. My brothers were working. So it was kind of just like me. So you definitely tend to reflect on a lot of things when you're alone. So when I would play softball, I think like not only just playing the sport, just the people that are involved in it, it definitely like just shuts everything out, and it's just that's what it is. And yeah, I try like taking it with a grain of salt, but yeah, just kind of like it was a way to just like not think about that all the time because me, I kind of had to mature faster and grow up faster because of this. And my mom, who had a bunch of rules in the family, it was far gone. So I had to do all the cleaning, the cooking, all that type of stuff. So kind of just having to I don't know, put on your big girl pants and
Mm,
like
yeah, I mean,
walk in.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, honestly, it was really honestly. I think it was definitely the people involved. So that's why I always emphasize how much I love Impact. All my friends know everyone. Actually, all my friends know your name, like Izzy, all Coach Greg, Mike, everyone. And I always just emphasize how much like I had people there for me. So just having people with personalities that could take away from the stress that's in your life is just such a factor.
Yeah, like absolutely. And you said like obviously the people. And the people is I feel like the older you get, the more you think about obviously like, okay, college stuff, okay, blah blah blah, recruiting, all that. And like when I ask some of the younger kids, like, oh, why do you like softball so much? It's like, oh, like I made a lot of friends here. Like these people are cool. Like I like them. Like it's like a common thing. And it's like it's just the stuff you take for granted sometimes, I feel
It
like.
so is.
Yeah, and like even on I can test like on the coaching side, I've played sports as recently as oh my God, I'm old. 5 years ago, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it really is the people that make the place in the sense. And for you to kind of understand that now at your age, and like obviously you said that you can mature a little bit and like you get that. So obviously those experiences aren't fun by any
Yeah.
nature, but it's kind of prepped you a little bit. And I feel like even just the first time I met you was what at the beginning of summer last year. This is all I
Yeah.
really known you as. Like you're a high energy, fun, responsible young girl. Like you do a
Mm-hmm.
really good job handling it. And like I always tell people, like you would have no idea. You'd have no idea what you have been through. You have no idea what you were currently dealing with. And like it's a huge testament like to you, man. And it's a
Yeah.
really good thing. And like I'm not shocked you're at the point where you are like where you are so successful and you have a lot of these opportunities, like recently committing to Southern Connecticut University for softball. And
Yeah.
obviously family stuff had to do with that decision. If you want to hit on that a little bit.
Yeah, I actually, right after my mom's stroke, I actually was not, my dad told me he basically was, I didn't think I was going to be able to even play softball or even go to like a good college at all. My dad was like, I just don't, well, basically it's all affordability. So, I mean, because we had not one clue what was about to happen. It was kind of
Yeah,
just
it
whatever.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And literally I was so scared that I wasn't going to play softball ever again. So that was really heartbreaking because I literally grew up on this sport and it's literally the last year. And yeah.
Yeah.
So then, um, I mean, I definitely, that's, I mean, I must just, my mom's like, what happened was very awful. It definitely helped me and pushed me to like be my best because, for instance, like what I want to major in. So I always was stuck on what I wanted to do in college, and I knew I wanted to help people. I just didn't know what. Like, I wanted to be a lawyer, I wanted to be a doctor, I wanted to do something to help people like that in need. And then and I was going to be a nurse actually. That's what I wanted to do at
Mm.
first. But then watching the process of what my mom went through and how hard these people work, I was just like, I couldn't be half that. That's awesome. But
It's a lot. It's a
it's a
lot.
lot. They work their butts off. I can't,
Oh yeah.
and just watching what like these are strangers to you, and it's like I don't know, it sucks. But then that's when I knew I wanted to do. I still am stuck if I want to do physical therapy, speech therapy, or occupational therapy, but
Something in the therapy realm though.
something in that because watching it was just so interesting, and I've always been into like anatomy and that type of stuff, so it was definitely a push. But yeah, I'm so grateful that and there were so many people that like helped our family too. Like I think one of my mom's friends made like a GoFundMe and everything, and that definitely helped us so much with like bills and all that stuff. So
Absolutely.
yeah, it was
Like I think as well, like you made a very mature again decision where when your time for deciding for colleges came up, like obviously staying close to home was very important for you.
very.
And within that decision, how really did it affect the whole recruiting process as a whole for you? And kind of how did you come to the decision of Southern Connecticut? Because I know there was a couple options on the table, but how did you get to Southern?
So when I was younger, I always thought like, oh, I want to go far. I mean, I feel like that's kind of everyone. They want to go to Oklahoma, all those types of places. But then kind of like reality was like a little switch right there. Um, and kind of just being humble with yourself to know like, okay, here's you and you have to be here, whatever. But I remember I didn't want to stay in Connecticut, but I think that's kind of how a lot of kids are. They kind of want to stay away from home.
Absolutely.
They always want to get away, of course. And I was actually, it was either between Massachusetts or Connecticut. But the reason why I stay close is because I wanted to stay close to my mom and like all those types of places and the opportunities I have closer to home and just being able to be with my friends and family and even impact. Um, yeah, it was also just like I said, affordability. Like my mom went down, I think actually recently, which sucks, but she was making a good amount of money as a veteran, so like 150,000 and dropped to 40,000.
Yeah.
So
It's a
definitely
big,
got
very big difference. Very.
huge difference. So that's also why my dad was like, you just can't do that. And also, I'm paying for the college of my own. That's just how my family works. You pay for your own stuff, etc. But yeah, just honestly being able to be close to my family, especially my mom and just like my friends in general, is huge. But Southern, I loved their program. I loved like the school and everything. So it was just what fit me personally. So
And like that's the biggest thing. Like I there's a lot of kids that obviously you're gonna shoot for the stars, you're gonna shoot and hopefully land on the moon, all that good stuff, but they go to a school, they commit there just because of the name, just because
yeah,
of
it's
and
the
other
name
stuff.
brand. It's not no
And it just doesn't work out.
no
And like for me, thinking of you as not only a player but also a human, like this was again responsible decision, but at the same time it's the right decision. Like
mm,
going to give you an opportunity to compete for spots early on in your career. You're not going to be sitting there for 3 years and maybe your senior year you'll play. No, you're going to compete for it, obviously. And like at the end of it, that's what you are. You're a competitor. Like you're a softball player. You're a very, very tough cookie. You're a very tough cookie. And this is just a personal experience of mine. So the first time I touched on it before, but the first time I met Kenna was early last summer. It was in a rather large tournament in Georgia. It was my first ever time coaching with Connecticut Impact. I went with Coach Mike and his 16U crew, and lo and behold, here's Tansey on the 16U team. And I always remember showing up, not like I'm not like nervous. It's like I'm just coaching whatever. And I knew like a couple, like I knew like all your guys' names and stuff, but I never like knew you guys.
yeah
And like I'll never forget one of the biggest things. You come to me, you're like, "Oh, you're Chris, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, I'm Ken," and you were just like normal. You were very very normal Kenna, but to me it was like, "Wow, like this kid's like so nice." Like, "Oh my God," and that kind of like let everyone else like, "Oh, like I'm I'm Marley. I'm like all these people
yeah
like just come up to me, we're all just talking." And that tournament, even though like the games were not even
that
rough,
was a good tournament.
it was fun. Oh
So
my
fun.
God, it was so fun. And that led to me going with you guys to New England's Finest 2 weeks after, and that was even more fun. And for
Yeah
me, like it was a really difficult point in my not only coaching career but life. Like it was a lot of changing happening all at once. And you and every single girl on that team, Coach Michael Trigg, everyone made it so easy for me just to kind of just work. And like before, like I show up to Georgia, whatever. And again, I got these plane tickets 2 days before we were gonna leave, like just on a whim, everything. I show up there, I'm like, all right, I'll help out a little bit. And before I know it, Mike's talking to someone for I don't it might have been for you, might have been for Katie, I don't even know. And I'm coaching third base for you guys. It's like, what am I doing right now? I don't even know these kids' names. How am I gonna coach? But you guys made it so easy for me.
yeah that's the thing I have to say about my team is actually a lot of the kids are pretty quiet at first, but we're a very welcoming team,
Absolutely.
and we can literally just talk for hours with a stranger we don't even know.
Yeah.
And that's also why I love the team, is because when I first came there, everyone was so welcoming. Um, and a lot of teams I had in the past were just don't even talk to me, and it was all
Mm.
clicks and stuff like that. But it was just so easy to just move in and blend.
Like it's
Definitely.
such an interesting thing, like the difference of teams sometimes, whether it's travel, whether it's high school, or it's whatever it may be, but just the difference of groups sometimes. And for you that's been playing softball since you were 6 years old, I'm not saying it, since you were like 6 years old, maybe 8 years old, like what do you feel like your best environment um is for yourself as a softball player, but not only athlete? What environment do you feel like you thrive in the most?
Being around people that just don't have like secret animosity over you, or just
Mm,
like
that's
they're
a good one, man.
like
I didn't think about that one. I didn't think you were
yeah.
gonna say that. That's
There's a
pretty
lot
good.
of people I've met that just and I've been with, which also helped me learn a lot. Is a lot of people are kind of trying to look at you to fail so they could just attack that. So I have to say that's what I kind of learned from Bombers, but and it taught me like, okay, that's why I need to be more on myself and just be a little more stern with certain things, but also like I said, just having a healthy environment, like our coaches, like Mike and Craig, I literally don't know what I'd do without them. They're literally the
Shout
best,
out.
shout out, best humans ever, literally my favorite people ever. Um Having people that aren't just like looking for you to fail, exactly, kind of just they want to see you do good, they want to see you succeed, and when you're yelled at, it's not because they don't like you. It's just because they want to see you succeed and they want to see you do good.
All right, so Kenna, on the topic of, oh, you're right. What do you got there? Oh, I'm, je-
I always am eating. Not
I'm,
gonna lie.
I'm jealous. Is that what you had for dinner?
No, I had a cheeseburger with avocado,
That's pretty
but
good.
this is what I had yesterday.
Dude, I had canes on Friday. I had Friday with Izzy. Friday, it was good. Oh, it was really good. We had 14th practice, then we went there after in Milford. It was,
So bust. That's where I was yesterday. That's where I got it. Milford.
why were you in Milford yesterday?
Oh, because I just want to get canes.
Is that the closest one to you?
30 minutes?
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason I was thinking the one like upstate was kind of definitely not closer to you. The one upstate. It's in like
Is it
it's near
past
like
Middletown?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
no,
it's like
I've
it's like
been to that
pretty
one,
far.
but like I go to the Milford one normally.
Yeah. How far is that for you?
Milford?
Yeah.
30 minutes.
That's not bad.
It's not
For
terrible.
for Canes, worth it.
Exactly.
For Canes, most
And then
definitely.
I got Seven Brew.
Dude, that's crazy you said that. I just had it for the first time on like last week.
I get the
Listen,
peach.
I haven't got a coffee yet. I have not got a coffee yet
I don't
because when
get
I
coffee.
you like do you not like coffee?
Uh, Not really. I'm a juice person more.
What did you get?
I got the peach vanilla. It's so good.
I got the strawberry banana smoothie.
Oh, I
Dude,
need this. I get fizz. I like
dude.
fizz.
See, I don't like fizz.
I'm a
I don't
big.
like soda.
I love so. I love Dr Pepper.
My brother got some fun like fizzy drink thing. It was like a fruit roll up something. It was crazy, but it was good though. I don't know how they
Was
made it good, but it was good. But I got the strawberry banana smoothie from there. Like life changing. It was so
really
good. Like I said, if it was like if like the McDonald's strawberry banana smoothie, and then there's this place in Bridgeport called Bagel King. Shout out Bagel King, they're great.
Bagel King.
If their smoothies had like a smoothie baby, it's so good. So good, man. Like it was huge. Like it was so good. I couldn't believe how good it was. But I am officially on the the seven brew wave. Like
Hmm.
most definitely.
It's
Like
gas.
I don't even like coffee like that, but like I'll try it.
It's good.
I have iced coffee sometimes. Sometimes. Not a big energy drink person though.
I kind of am. Depends. I try not to get off it because I'll literally get addicted to it, and I know that, and then
Fair.
I'll have withdrawal from
Definitely fair.
it.
Like 100% fair.
Hmm.
I know like even a bunch of like my younger ones on like my 14, they'll come in with their bangs or Celsius, all that. I'm
So bad for
like
you.
yo, like that's not good for you.
It's so
But
bad.
like even like we go to tournaments like in the morning and stuff. Like the like first thing to drink, I'm like, yo, like you're gonna like pass
My
out
friend
today,
got a
man.
kidney stone from it. She would drink them every day. Yeah, so that's why I was like, I'm not drinking those.
That, like
Celsius.
Like I've had a couple, but like
I'm not like
I'm not
addicted.
crazy about it.
No.
I just need like good food to eat, and like I'm good. I
Hmm.
don't need like
McDonald's pancakes.
see, and this is why I get along with Kenna so well because we bond over stuff like that. I have
Food.
there's a great picture. I'll try to insert it like right now if I can, like middle of the screen like right now. That is before a tournament, like probably like 10
I
minutes
think it was like
to warm
about we
up.
had to warm up.
Yeah, and you're
I
just
was
going at
bringing
it
it for you.
for some McDonald's pancakes, and I was so jealous. I wanted it so bad, and I think did you? Because that was like day one of doing those finds. Did you drive there that morning?
Yep.
I know because so I go to Mike's house at like 3 a.m. so we can shoot on over there. But we stopped somewhere good. I forget what it was, but it was good because we had to be there at like maybe not 3, maybe like
It was
5.
like 6:30. We had to be at the field, right?
Yeah, because the game started at 7:30. Yeah, it was weird. So like, well, it takes like 3 hours to get there. It might have been like 3 a.m. 3:30 or something like that. Something
Yeah.
crazy. But we stopped somewhere good. In my head, I was like, man, like. I really want McDonald's pancakes right now. And I get to the field and
And I
this
got an orange juice. That's the go-to.
That is a go-to. Listen, what I do, I go I get the hotcakes. There's three of them. So the three hotcakes and sausage, extra sausage.
Oh,
Because, hear me out, because this is what I do.
do you sandwich it?
Kenna, you know me so well. You know me so well, and you already know what I'm about. You cut up the pancakes, cut up the sausage all nice, and you just sandwich it. Pancake, sausage, pancake. It's a nice little sandwich. It's probably the greatest thing in the world. And like you said, get the orange juice. Sometimes I could slide an AJ, a quick apple juice, but like
You
orange
should try
juice
strawberry
go
banana
to.
smoothie there.
Oh, don't you worry. Oh, that's like that's legit. Listen, there are
That's
times
lucky, right?
if I'm going to the Don's like late at night or something, I'm getting a strawberry and a smoothie with my like, cheeseburger or something.
Dang
Like it's
straight.
like that. But the all I don't know if you agree on this, but the all my all-time favorite McDonald's drink, orange high C.
That I was actually addicted to at one point. That used to be my main drink. Now
Oh,
it's
I
Dr.
still am.
Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper never misses. Hi-C was my main drink until junior year.
Now, do you agree with this statement of not all McDonald's Dr. Peppers are made the same? Certain ones are better than the others.
Oh yeah, like can is better. Can everything is better, I think, than plastic.
Now, here's my argument. I'm personally not a fan of soda, but my brother Matt, shout out Matt, is a Dr. Pepper enthusiast. Guy loves Dr. Pepper.
Okay, wait. Dr. Pepper in a bottle does taste pretty good though.
He's a huge advocate. There's this one McDonald's in Bridgeport. It's on Main Street. If anyone has an opportunity to go to that McDonald's, go to it. It's probably the best McDonald's you ever have in your life. Their Dr. And I don't like soda, but their Dr. Peppers are life-changing. I don't know what it is,
Saves
but it
life.
makes it like a normal Dr. Pepper in a can, in a bottle, all that's good. Whatever they do to that thing, whatever the ratio is they got going there, it's incredible.
Incredible.
It is absolutely incredible. It's so good. So good. But that was a nice
McDonald's
little long
Frank.
tangent about food. That was
Yeah,
great.
I think that's all we do.
That was about 10 minutes worth of talking about McDonald's. That was
About food.
awesome. That was great.
Okay, that just explains us.
Absolutely that. And listen, that explains I feel like that explains Impact to a T right there.
All we do is eat.
Explains all of it. Like there'll be times where that happens like in real life, like during a practice, during whatever, and kind of goes in what I was going to ask you question wise, but whether it's an actual like physical softball thing you did or just like a really like fun thing maybe in between games and whatever. Give me your absolute favorite moment from, let's say, we'll split up into two. We'll go 12 and younger, and we'll go like 13 and older. What are your two favorite softball memories? It could be like within a game, like winning a tournament, winning something, whatever, or it could be like kind of an outside thing still related to softball. Whichever one you want to do first.
12. Okay. This is when basically like the team I was on. Yeah, this is honestly this is probably the only thing I remember from them, but basically like I had this it was kind of like daddy daughter softball.
Yeah.
So it was kids play over the kids that actually want to play whatever. And I remember I wasn't allowed to hit for like a bunch of games and it was like, oh, because you can't hit. Like they kept just telling me you can't hit. And until she hits, then I'll put her back, like even playing wise. And I remember I just worked so hard. I would hit every day and I would hit off the machine every day. Like I just wanted to make sure I did it. So I remember this one time, it was like my first tournament back. I think it was in like Wolcott. And then I hit a double and then that's when I was like finally like praised again. And like people are actually nice to me. Like people did not like me. I don't know why.
How old are you?
12.
It's
Yeah.
ruthless.
Yeah.
I love that though. That is awesome. Like that again, that explains you to a T. Now, a little bit like an older memory or so. What do you
Like
got?
a recent one?
Recent, I'll say 14 and older. That's what we'll go 14 you and above. One
Okay.
that just really sticks out to you.
Probably this is the one. I mean, this has probably been told, a couple of times by like Mike, but um, when I was in Colorado, and this is, and it's not even just because of the hit and the game, but it's because like the memories are like how I proved like who I was that weekend. So it was, I think we were down by like 1 run. We were playing Georgia Impact actually. Love their team. They're actually so nice. I can't lie. But so we were playing them, and it was like the finals almost, something like that. And I basically just hit a home run, scoring 2. And it was like when we needed it. It was basically that memory. Maybe some people know about it. That's my profile picture, actually. Wait, no, it's not that one. That was a different one. But that the reason why it was so memorable to me is because I was just leaving Impact Regional, so it was kind of like a different team. And I remember I got asked to play with the 18s, and I was like, I have to prove myself. If I want to stay on this team, I got to prove myself. And just, it was, a lot of people did not like me that weekend because I got to play a lot, but it was because I just worked my butt off. And I honestly, like, I try to be modest and all, but I did deserve to like get that playing time and put that, because I put a lot of work in for that weekend, and just meeting new people that I'm still friends with, like probably Izzy. Shout out my dog, my bro Chacho. We were like this in Colorado. Well, that's when she first met me, really, but yeah, that's when we like really clicked. And yeah, me and Vicky even. That's my
Shout
twin.
out Vic.
That's
Shout
my
out
freaking
Vicky.
twin right there. She did just as amazing, and it was just so memorable because we both are like such, like, we were like the younger kids that not a lot of people liked, and then we just came up like the underdogs. It was so tough. It was so tough.
It was so tough. It's like it's cool when that stuff happens because it's not, it's like I think about in the coaching end now, it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, you're two kids that have been putting a lot of work in. They're fairly, there was what, this was your first year in Impact, right? At the time, this was your first year.
Like with Premiere, yes. Oh no, no,
Or
that was,
Impact in general, right? It was your and Vic's
I
first
think so.
first
Yeah, it was the
season,
first summer.
first summer, yeah, and like it's a big deal. Like you came on like as, and for us, there's the difference of our regional and premier is just premier just plays. Like they play in just bigger events. That's it. Regional just more like local stuff. Like not in Connecticut, but it's like it's all New York, New Jersey, like maybe one USA Elite, whatever thing. But
Mm.
Premier, they're gonna go to Georgia, they're gonna go to Colorado, they're gonna go to California sometimes. Like just stuff like that. Like that's the main difference. So for you just to kind of be like, yeah, like I'm here, like let's go. And just talking to the kids that were like actually the older kids that are on the team, like an Izzy, like whoever was on the team, like the ones that weren't pissed that you were playing because they were also playing with you, they were like, that's the spark we needed. Like,
Yeah.
and that was a huge tournament for you guys too.
Yeah. I
Like you
was
guys,
definitely looked down on at first because I remember they were like,
that's
"Oh,
natural, I feel like.
yeah," and I remember I was just like, I was intimidated a little bit, but it was more of the kids I was on the team with currently. Um, but yeah, it was definitely intimidating at first, but then I was like I said, that secret animosity thing, you kind of have to take that and just kind of like ball out with it and like not just harp on it. Like you just gotta learn not to care, honestly. Like if I've learned anything.
Absolutely. And like you, Vic, like there's a bunch of you guys like I really tried to have my 14s and softball stuff aside, like obviously like everyone's here good at softball. Yes, absolutely. But like I
Mm-hmm.
really try to have my 14s model you guys as people. Because
Mm,
if they can carry those like personal qualities, like you and Vic, not being a bitch to everyone, like just
yeah,
being very welcoming to people, like that, like those are the kind of like kids that are like that succeed in the program. Like those are
yeah,
the kind of kids that we want in the program and like want to prosper. Like yes, you could have all the talent in the world, but if you're just not a good person, like it's very tough to
yeah,
succeed in that nature. Like it just is. Like I mean the one kid you guys added this year, Zoe, like nicest human, like just such a
gentle
nice kid.
heart.
Yeah, like sometimes and like that's a good fit for you guys. Like you guys
Yeah,
could have added three or four whatever to make your 18s, but like that's just not. That just
Hmm.
wasn't in the cards. Like, and that's what I love about Impact too. Like me personally, coaching, then even thinking it on like your guys' side as the players, like they're not going to have people come in that are bad kids, or at
Yeah.
least that they know of that are bad kids that have bad families, whatever. Like it's a very much a college feel. It's like we're going to bring in good people, and then the softball stuff happens
Mm.
after. That's something I always personally
Yeah,
love.
no, that's why I also like I do a lot of coaching for younger kids too, like for softball and stuff. And the one thing that I really try to like teach them is just learning to not be so arrogant because I've
Mm,
met so many people that I mean, like you said, everyone has the skill, yeah, but like physically, but like mentally, there's people that just the people that think they're better than everyone and they look down on other people. Like those are just the people that don't succeed on and off the field, I think, and it just shows just you as a person. So what I try to tell kids is just like always being able to pick each other up, not thinking, and also just being open because there's a lot of kids that I know everything. They know everything. But just learning to be open and sometimes you got to push your ego aside if you want to
mm,
like learn things. And
I
that's
like
how
that
you're
one.
going to succeed because there's so many people that just they have to be right about everything and it has to be their way, but just it's just that's not how life works, even outside of softball.
Not at all. And for you as a player at the same time, like, yes, working with younger kids, but think of yourself as a player. Is there, well, I mean, not is there a fine line, but there is a fine line. But sometimes there's a difference of being cocky, but then being confident.
Mm.
What would you say is like the right balance of that in the sense?
Hmm. I'm
Because I
gonna
feel like you're
say
a fairly confident player, but you're not a cocky player.
I think that's yeah. I think just yeah, being modest. Also, just 3/4 confidence. I think, and a quarter cocky. I think you definitely have to show like, oh, I got this. Just because, like when I went to the South, all the girls are that way. They're all cocky, and they're not going to give you any mercy. Like they don't care,
Absolutely.
and it's intimidating. Honestly, like it's so intense, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to intimidate you. So definitely having to be cocky and not so shallow is the way to go. But then again, the confidence side is just knowing who you are as a player and being able to push yourself to a certain extent and knowing like, hey, this is my job and I have to do this for not only me but for my team. Like that's your job and you just have to be confident in yourself because if you're not, then why are you playing? Honestly, you gotta I've had times where I just wanted to give up and I hated myself, but confidence is always just going to have to be the kicker to get you up and going and succeeding.
Absolutely, man. And again, thank you so much for coming on here. Like, been a great conversation. We all knew it was going to be a good one. You got a personality for a radio talk show host. This has been awesome. But for my last question, and it's what I ask all my guests I have on the podcast. With the title being the Everyday Athlete Podcast, for you, for Kenna Tansey, what does being an everyday athlete mean to you?
I think of it as a gift. Like,
Mm,
because, like you brought up before, a lot of kids take things for granted. And just being able to be, have that support and, like, going back to confidence, the gift of just giving yourself that confidence and pushing yourself through, and just the gift of emotions and what it teaches you and the people around it. I think life is a gift, honestly, and it teaches you so many things. And just learning to have, just be open, learning to make more friends, be more, just in general, outside of softball, just learning to be a good person and your morals. And there's just so much to it. It's literally more than a game. It's so much more than that. Like,
I love that answer. Absolutely, 100%. Kenna, thank you so much for coming on. All right, enough of that. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you everyone for watching. Kenna, thank you so much for coming on. This has been the Everyday Athlete Podcast. I appreciate you guys all watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section. But this has been the Everyday Athlete Podcast. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.